this love story. They live happily ever after on their farm, where they homestead in the glorious Midwest. They are the heart and soul of Butler Family Farm. Whoa. Across the acres, goats, cows, chickens, dogs, and cats. Let's not forget the donkeys, llamas, and horses. Whoa. Sustainable life together on their 100-acre paradise. It may be hard work, but they are doing it. Jerry and Susan together, hand in hand. Thank you for coming, and please take a moment to like and subscribe to Butler Family Farm. Check the notification icon as well, so you can see all the beautiful things, from plants and food, beekeeping and farm life, all that we see and sow every day from dawn to dusk.
Hello, everyone. Good evening.
Happy Monday. We're getting close to the end of the year.
And our guest just came in that we were going to have.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow.
I'm off the hook.
Yeah. So let's say hello to everybody real quick so we can bring our guests up. So you got a list of names right there?
I do. So the early birds, we have to write down before you guys get popping in there chatting, and at speeds where we can't see these, was Tim and Jan, Joe Fix It For You, Bev Moffitt, the Moose, Penny Ortiz, Juan Perez, and then Bear Butler, Arlene, Fisherman 506, and Mona Did What is in here twice with a new channel, Mona's Senior Moments. Welcome to you all.
Okay, and then since then, what has happened? Anything?
Yes. I've got Christine Bryce in here.
Oh, okay.
Hello, dear daughter. And then
Joe Fix It. I got saying people saying hello, Joe Fix It.
Gail from Broken Hearts Ministry is here with Teresa Jukowitz. And there's Michael Pinson. Hello, son. Greg Johnson is here.
All right.
Lone Cross Scotty. Devil Dog. Oorah back.
And Peaceful Des is in here. And then Kevin came in and said, "What's up? Word up?" So he's in here. Move this down so we get caught up here. And then I'm just going to scoop right to the bottom so we can bring him up. And then we have we do our members, our posse.
You're done with the hellos?
Basically, yeah, you got
Okay.
most of them ready.
I think we do, yeah.
30 people in here so far, totally. Our Renaissance Grandma's in here.
And then Belt Loop 29 showed up.
Oh, and then Glory in the Garden is Ann Tilbeck. She's in here. Welcome in. All right, so let's. I'm going to start. It's not as fast tonight because I slowed it down earlier and I haven't speeded back up. So let me go. I
Don't
can't go.
forget to put in the giveaway word with the hashtag.
So gotta go here and use up a little bit. All right, and back here, and then we can go ahead in the what? We're going to start with. We'll start this when it gets back to the beginning here. What? Am I missing someone?
No, Wayne says, "Hello all, here to bust some chops if need be."
Yeah. So I hope you guys can read the bottom of the list. At the bottom, I changed it around a bit so you can see the names a little bit, the people I had missed before. Um, and thank you, Des. Appreciate that.
Tamara's here.
Tamara.
Tamara Emling, 8885.
Welcome in, Tamara. It's Christine Betts. I saw that you said hello to her.
No,
I just saw Christine Betts.
and the boss is here. He's home from work.
Oh, Kevin's got home. Good. So let's get this started here on our posse. And the posse is our farmhands starting off. Actually, our wranglers starting off.
Mm-hmm.
And we have at the very beginning will be Peaceful Des. She's a head wrangler right now. And then Heaven's Fire 18, Simply Jan Homestead, Tim Mitchell, Just Doing Our Best, is a Shirley.
Yes, Gary, it was last week.
Robin Hood Homestead, Bob in Minnesota.
Lori.
And Lori, and then
Minnesota.
Outdoors with Big Matt, Brooke Trout, Blessed to Crochet, and my Renaissance Grandma. Now the farmhands are Kentucky Prepper 5, Lazy Days Ahead with Lisa and Jesse. And I always reverse that. And then the Stock of Sport and Nora, Godwin Honey, and Dale Homestead. The Moose, 1829, which is 29 for Gary. Derek Fowler, 1973, Sweet Acre Koi Farm, Pure Okie, Penny Ortiz 2 times. Gale Southern Living, Rich Cat Ranch, and Philbeck, another time, which is Linda. Rocks in Raccoon with Annie Jan. Ramblin' with the Brahms, which is Scott. And then Belt Loop 29, Desert Living, Arlene, is that right? Arlene, Ariel, that's right. We got Viking Adventures, Whistle Stop Homestead, Bulldogs, and Philbeck. Thank you guys very much. If you'd like to be on that list, just go ahead and join. I'll get you on that list for next week. Okay, now, what else you got?
You?
Me?
Yes, we went for a stress test on Friday, and somebody didn't read the orders right, either from our primary physician or a Freeman system where they do that at the heart center, but they had him scheduled for a regular stress test, and the purpose of that is to put your heart into stress. Well, when we got there, his heart was already in stress because he was at like 130 for 90% of the day. So they tried to see if we had any extra nuclear medicine to do the nuclear stress test, which is a radiation dye that they put through to see the flow of the blood and whatever. And they didn't. They only had ordered enough for the day's
that day's
appointment.
Thank you, Mona does. What is a new member?
So they sent us home, but he stayed in with the arterial flutter AFib all day. He stayed in it all day on Saturday. He stayed in it all day Sunday, and he's been in it all day today. This is even after taking his increased heart rate medicine.
Hey, Juan.
So tomorrow is the visit with the cardiologist.
Yes, and hopefully I'm going to pray when I ask him if he'll put me in the hospital and do the ablation right away and not drag it out for several months. And I want this done so I can get back to doing things.
So that's the update on you.
Okay. Hey, Joe, fix for you.
You're sort of housebound because they re-emphasize that you can't pull or push things. So that means you can't lift or carry things. You're kind of like somebody after surgery where you can only carry up to a gallon of milk,
Yeah.
basically. Plus, it's been cold, so with the, heparin,
And I can't go in the shop and do anything because if I cut myself, I could bleed out before I could
back
get
to
it
that.
stopped.
Yeah. So he's kind of
Miserable.
he's it's even worse wintertime right now for him than ever. He can't even stay warm enough in the tractor with his jacket on to help put out hay or do any of the chores outside.
I got to have the tractor running for way before I get into it.
Yeah, exactly. So that's the update on him.
So, okay. So, anything else we want to talk about?
Giveaway
wanna-
word.
Do the giveaway? Okay, the giveaway. I'll
Post
post it up there for you guys to see it, so you can start getting in there.
Don't forget the hashtag.
If the hashtag, yes, and there's the hashtag.
Oh.
And if you guys can start putting. Oh, they already started putting it in. Okay, great. So I'm going to take this down. So we're going to bring up our guest. So I'm just going to leave it up here for a couple seconds, then we'll take it down. Oh, what? What else?
I guess I'm done.
Okay. Well, if you guys don't know, Tuber Chat is Kevin, and if you haven't been to his channel where he talks about all different size channels and stuff, and he promotes them all and tries to help people grow and stuff. I asked him if he's been on the channel before with us, and he talks about being on the panel, but I had him on before we were using StreamYard, and I didn't know at that time if you went into StreamYard and deleted off some of the old videos, they actually deleted it right out of YouTube. And so I wanted to bring him back up so he has another way to reference it. So we're going to bring him up right now.
So, Gail from Broken Hearts Ministries.
Hey everyone, thanks for having me again.
Jason from
And let's
Illinois
see if I
is
can
here.
figure out how to do
Virginia
this.
Alexander is here.
A little bit.
Brian.
Hang on one second, Kevin.
Brian's
Okay,
Horseman.
that's
Brian,
that's Brian down at
That's Arkansas Brian.
Arkansas Brian.
Okay. And the Lynn and Ann show is here. Hi.
Okay. Thanks for coming, Kevin.
Yeah, thanks for having me again.
How
Anytime, Kevin. Anytime.
how is the weather up there?
Actually, it's miserable today. Yeah, it's been snowing again. The magic word. You know how many messages I get on Instagram and stuff when I actually use that word? People say, don't ever talk about that because there's so many more people farther north than I am that don't want to hear it.
Yeah. Well, I don't mind it because usually when it snows here, I can get in the tractor and still get out and do things I got to do.
Yeah.
So, but we had one day of snow and it lasted like one day and then went away.
Half a day or something.
Yeah, half a day and went away. So
yeah, it was really
we haven't had a whole lot. That was on the 1st of December. So they say the day that you have your first snow is how many days you're going to have for the year. We had it on the 1st. We had one day, so maybe we won't have anymore. We'll see if that comes true.
I hadn't heard that before. That's an interesting way of looking at it. I can't remember our first one. Some of our friends that are closer to Toronto and Niagara might know, but I'm unsure. I think we had a snowfall before Halloween. Most often where we are, though, because I'm in Niagara Falls, but it's close enough to Toronto that what happens is we actually look out the window on Christmas Eve to see if it's going to snow, right? And it becomes like, a special thing, and people are happy when it snows on Christmas and all that stuff.
White Christmas and stuff. We've been here for 20 years, and we've never had a white Christmas.
Oh, wow. Really?
Yeah, it snowed way beforehand, and it melts the day before, and then it'll snow after. We've never had it on Christmas Day.
Oh, wow.
So, and then did you say hello to Teresa Dukowitz?
Yes.
Okay, and there was one other one that came in here. Jason is here from.
I said that.
Oh, you said okay.
Yeah. And Virginia Alexander.
Oh, okay. So, you want to tell us how your Tuber Chat's going?
Well, it chugs along, as strong and solid, which I'm grateful for. We don't push like overly hard. We've been struggling to keep it under 3 hours for a while now. I try to do that for a couple reasons. My voice can't last much longer. Most anybody who's been there knows I could talk endlessly, but eventually the voice runs out. But our moderators too, right? You want to think about the people that are with you. They got other things to do. I'm grateful. I got many people that come. Even Jerry and Susan are often in the stream for the majority of it. And 3 hours at a time every 3 days is quite a lot. I never expect it from anybody, but I do appreciate every moment, like hopefully everybody does.
So we, Belt Loop and I had started the first Saturday of every month. We're doing a live together.
Right.
We're calling it Two Dudes with Clues, and we're talking about like secrets, things that we found out that we've experimented with, and what how you can expand your channel. Talking about promotions this next month on
Right.
the first, on the third, we'll be talking about doing a promotion and showing how to actually do a promotion on a
Right.
live.
Yeah.
So Gary's going to do a promotion on a live. So I'll also be setting mine up again for that day. So we will be doing that and showing people how we feel, what we actually feel works. And
Right.
you and I have talked about that before, and you talked about you and I talked about not doing short videos, but doing an actual intro and doing the same intro over and over, because people who see it more than once are more inclined to come and actually check out your channel then.
Forgive me for not catching what you're saying. I said that, or you said that?
You said that to me. You told me that when you were in advertising, that if you do the same same ad or same commercial type thing, that
Right.
the more they see it, the more likely they're going to come and subscribe to your channel.
Yeah, forgive me. So marketing and promotion and stuff. Actually, I was just watching something. There's another influencer that I follow. Some of you in the chat will know who he is. Daniel. I can't for the life of me remember his last name now. I just watched another video from him today. But he talks about the idea that it takes a while to get noticed, right? So people see your videos, they see you. They might even say like, "Oh, Butler family, I don't know, maybe I've heard of that," right? But it takes 11 times for somebody to see you, for them to actually notice. Not always, but that's an average, right? And then it takes like 2 to 7 hours worth of time watched or spent with to feel like somebody gets to know you, right? Not always, but we're just saying these are the general things that these marketing guys come up with and everything. So the idea, like television shows in the 1970s and 80s and even into the 90s, had these intros on them because television wasn't as obviously as big as it is today. Everybody had one, everybody watched TV, but if you didn't know what a show was about, you may not watch it. So you got to have this intro to give you an idea, like Family Ties or Who's the Boss. Oh, we get it. There's a family here, and they're in hijinks and trying to learn lessons from each other. But in a lot of TV shows you see today, you don't see those intros anymore. Right? They flash their logo on the screen for 2 seconds. So you're like, oh yeah, I'm sure I'm watching the right thing, but that's it, because it's not necessary anymore. Right. So
Right.
the way that, like what I had learned from marketing, and I've made my share of mistakes, I promise you, like over a lifetime, a million things that didn't work, but showing people the same thing over and over also has to do with the fact that not everybody's there. Like when you do live streams or videos and things like that, not everybody catches the first few minutes. For some of the people, like even Jerry and Susan, like I said, are in sometimes my streams for hours at a time. And I can only imagine what it must be like for those people who are there that long to hear literally the clips that I say over and over hundreds of times. But what I also learned in radio, which I worked in later on, was that you're basically doing a new show every 10 minutes. If you were to look at your analytics or look at the statistics for who's in your streams or who's watching your videos, many times people are not there for very long. Some people are there for an hour and a half, and you recognize that, right? Some people just pop in, they pop right back out or they're not active. And we learned that in radio, you're basically doing a new show every 10 minutes. So you got to keep playing those things to tell you what radio station you're listening to. So the repetitiveness really helps. And then we just have different opinions when we start to get into the semantics, if that's the right word, for whether we're doing a live stream or whether we're doing a video. You know, a lengthy intro on a live stream, I think, is just fine for the most part. It really doesn't matter because so many people are not there for the first minute or 3 minutes or whatever. You got
Right.
people trickling in the whole time. Whereas with a video, in my opinion, you want to get right to it. But the only way to really know what's right for everybody's channel is to experiment, try different things. Mine works better. My personal stuff works better when I take the intro off. But on the Tuber Chat live streams, I got a 3-minute intro every day. It's been the same 800 times, you know?
Right. Yeah, well, I do an intro for our live because I play our songs and our little, I don't even call them little things for the people who became members and stuff.
Yeah.
And so I do that in the beginning, and then I play our song that when we close it down, so people can sit and if they want to listen to it, they can listen to it or they can leave. But I noticed that when we started, then there's more people in the live after I start the intro part. So
Right.
on
Yeah.
the lives. But I stopped doing intros on our videos. Unless I have to stretch a video out for some reason. Because I
Yeah.
got it like at 7.5 minutes and I need that. I always try to make my videos at least 8 minutes long so I can get the advertising part in there.
Yeah.
So if I have to come up with 30 seconds, I may stick a little intro in it just to stretch it out that 8 minutes.
I know
So
what you mean.
they can do that commercial type thing. So
Yeah.
that's one thing I do. But the Gary and I on this Two Dudes Have Clues. We're talking about one thing we noticed. Gary and I did when I first met Gary is we subbed to each other's channel, and
Yeah.
we did not watch any videos. We did not watch any lives with each other or nothing. We just subbed to see if it would stay subbed.
Right.
And we didn't, so we did that. It was like 3 months we went with not watching any videos, and I stayed subbed to his channel the whole time, and he stayed subbed to my channel, and he did it with like 10 different channels, and only 2 channels out of the 10 got unsubbed. The rest of them stayed subbed. So
Right.
we're talking about those things. We're talking about the myth that you have to keep 4,000 watch hours after you become monetized.
Right.
There's a lot of people thinking, I've dropped below the 4,000 hours, I'm going to be unmonetized. Well, we attacked that first part of this month on our last live together, which was last Saturday. Was it last Saturday? Yeah, last Saturday. No, 2 Saturdays ago.
Yeah, 2 Saturdays.
2 Saturdays ago now, and we talked about how Devil Dog hasn't had over 4,000 watch hours in over 2 years, and he's still monetized
Yeah.
because he stays active. And the main thing is you got to stay active. If you become inactive and you fall into the 4,000 watch hours, then they will demonetize your channel.
So
as long as you're staying active and you're showing that your channel is getting views, that's what they want the views, because they get the views, they get the commercial, and that's what they want.
Right, that's a big part of it. Yeah, I can tell you, for the life of me, I can't remember right now, as I don't want to lie, I can't remember a specific scenario where somebody messaged me and said they were demonetized because they dropped below the 4,000 or 3,000. But I can tell you that our copyright-free music channel did lose monetization for a while because I haven't posted videos and stuff. So you got to still be putting videos out. I think they say 3 and 90 days. Right? So even if you're getting close and you fire 3 videos out in the last 3 days, it should be okay. But as long as we're hitting those markers, some of them, but if you let them all go, then of course you're going to get demonetized. You got to get it back again. For us, it's easy, but it's a struggle for when we're thinking about, we got to rebuild this again. We just went through this, Eventually every channel gets so solid that you never even have to worry about it again. I barely talk about it because it's so rare to even think that somebody's going to get demonetized. But you do have to be active, and YouTube will take subscriptions away within about a year, it seems. You can hold it for a year, but sometimes I'm noticing that people will be unsubscribed by YouTube if neither of you have touched each other's channel in a year. It seems.
Okay. Hey, Peter, welcome in. I wanted to say hello, Peter. Yeah, well, that's one of the things that Gary and I were talking about. People were saying, "Well, I'm going to lose a bunch of hours here, and I'm going to be demonetized." And we're trying to stop people from being that panic mode, because it's not that's not how it works. And because they were told, "Oh, you have to keep 4,000 watch hours," and we try that's what we're trying to do is help little channels who are just getting monetized or who just been monetized, not to panic because you're not going to be demonetized. Plus,
Right.
we're trying to give them some extra clues and hints to what you can do to improve your channel or
Mhm.
grow your channel.
Right.
So, anyway,
Did you say hi to Cooking with Stephen and Jackie?
no, Stephen and Jackie, welcome in. Thanks for coming here. Appreciate it.
And then there's Yes I Can Barbecue.
Yeah, that's Simon. Well, I saw
Okay.
Simon. I didn't get a chance to say hello to Simon too.
Okay, and then
And Taco's in here too.
Jesse Journal and Unboxing.
Yeah, Jesse's in here. I met her in Tuber Chat.
Yeah.
I've met a lot of people in Tuber Chat.
Then Wendy is here, but she's under Mr. Hardneck Farms.
Oh, okay. Well, welcome in, Wendy.
And
Yeah, thank you everyone for being here. I want to ask you something, Jerry and Susan, if you don't mind, because I haven't used EV Mux ever, right?
Okay.
I'm assuming that they have all basically the same features as StreamYard. All these companies are going to copy each other and everything.
I love it. I absolutely love it. EV Mux is like StreamYard and OBS combined.
Huh.
It has different scenes. You can change the scenes around. You can add things. You've got background things you can do to it. You can I don't know if you were here earlier when I first started. I played the intro and stuff. I can you can do clips in there. So matter of fact, I'm gonna do this real quick here. I'm gonna show everybody the song that Devil Dog made
Okay.
for Gary and I. And what?
Kathy says, Arkansas Kathy says, if you drop below 3,000, will you lose monetization?
Not as long as you're staying active, you will not. But you need to be staying active, like Kevin says, being put these 3 videos in 90 days.
Ralph Webb is here.
Hey, Ralph, welcome in. But anyways, I'll show you this side, Kevin. We're gonna go to another scene, and you'll still be here, and you'll still be able to hear me in the basement and stuff. But we're gonna go to the dramatic scene, and we're gonna.
There's a farmer named Jerry, once swam with the sharks. Now he's knee-deep in hay, but still hits his marks. And Officer Gary, he's the law of the land, but online he's just another helpful hand. They got myths to bust, numbers to crunch. They'll answer your questions over coffee and lunch. Clue chasers, they're here to help you out. With YouTube tricks and research picks, they know what it's about. From myths to math, they'll clear the path. Just holler if you're stuck. Clue chasers, they're your guide and a little luck. Jerry's got a rooster that crows at wrong hours. Gary's dog howls at the moon, claiming his powers. They travel the globe from barns to big cities, solving your riddles, no time for self-pity. They'll teach you to edit, promote and explore with a joke or two, maybe 3 or 4. Got a question, they'll say with a grin. Let's dive right in, let the teaching begin. Clue chasers, they're here to help you out. With YouTube tricks and research picks, they know what it's about. From myths to math, they'll clear the path. Just holler if you're stuck. 2 dudes give clues, they're your guide and a little luck. They've met folks who've cooked with fire and ice. A man with a raccoon that gave him advice. They'll show you the ropes from thumbnails to tags, but they're still just 2 dudes in boots and old rags.
It's a good thing AI singing and not Jerry.
Very cool. You're giving us something to look forward to.
It made that for us to use on the intro for our Saturday night, and then Bell Loop had taken today. I don't know if he did all day long, but he said he's putting clips to it to make a actual video with the song, like I did on mine.
That's cool.
Venom Gaming says I need help with this computer stuff.
And then well, you have to come in on Saturday night
For
at
Saturday.
the first Saturday of the month at 8:30, either on Belt Loops or our channel, and we'll help you out wherever we can.
Nice.
So, anyways, that's what we're trying to do to help people out, and because I know everybody like they all say, "Oh, I'm not really worried about being monetized," but in the back of their mind, they're all thinking about it.
I think a lot of times what happens is people start a channel and they really don't actually care to make money. Maybe they don't need it or want it or have other ideas for it. But when they start getting closer, they've been around so many people who talk about monetization. You start to think to yourself, okay, not everybody's in a position that they can just like take monetization and give it all away, right? Rarely. Most people are here. Like, if you're thinking about monetization, you probably have ideas to make life better or more manageable or other, grandiose ideas, let's just say. But most often, what I see is people, even years after, saying, like, oh, I'm never going to be monetized. Some people feel negatively about it, and then they end up getting monetized and, using it anyway. But
Right.
I don't feel any way or, about it. I truly want everybody to get whatever they want out of YouTube. And that can be a million different things. It can be 50 million different things, literally. But monetization is common. In the Tuber Chat family, I believe 99% of people are thinking about monetization that are there. It's not everybody, but it's the
Right.
majority.
Now on your intro, you say that you've changed your intro from small channels to up to 10,000
Oh,
channel up to 10,000 subscribers now.
yeah,
So
that
my
was.
question is, are you going to change it to 100,000 now?
Actually, I don't expect to. So the idea is that when you watch the bigger channels that talk about the things that I like to talk about, which is like Think Media and Daryl Eves and Roberto Blake and Nick Nimmin and all these guys, right? They got millions of followers. They inspired me to even start. And I watch those channels too. You watch those channels, and what you'll find is they'll do a video that'll say how to get your first 100 subscribers. And then
Right.
tomorrow, which $3,000 lens is good for your Sony camera? And I'm exaggerating when I say that, but you get the idea. I'm not kidding. So their channels are for all, YouTube channel owners. Whereas the idea behind Tuber Chat is that I hope people grow out of it. You know what I mean? The idea is not so much how many subscribers, because it's up to everybody to decide what they feel like is a small channel or a big channel. It doesn't even matter to us. The idea is that Tuber Chat is meant to introduce people to each other for friendships in the live streams. But my intention with the channel is to help people in the beginnings of their YouTube journey. Once they know all the things that I can basically share on that platform in that way for people that are beginning, if somebody was to say, well, I really don't need this anymore because I just hear the guy say the same thing all the time, I got enough friends and the channel's exploding, then that's great. It's not even about like loyalty and I hope you stay with me forever. I hope you become too busy, with your 100,000 subscribers, million subscribers one day and everything else, that you really can say, like, oh, I really don't have time. Like, thanks, but, we're moving on. That would be great because, like I
Well,
said, I want everybody to get what they want out of YouTube. And Tuber Chat is not about me. It's easy for me to say that. I know how that sounds, but it really is just a utility. It's for everybody to come and meet each other. You have no choice but to meet me along the way, but it really is to start friendships between people. And most people are going to have to say later when they're successful, and other people say, how did you do it? They're going to say, well, there was this channel, Tuber Chat, because three
right.
or four or five out of my top 10 followers came from that community because now we've been
Right.
here 5 years, right?
And I try to I like to support you, so I come in and I'll say hello to a bunch of people, and then I just basically hang out in there, and
Yeah,
I do something else on the computer and just let you run,
right,
so you're still getting the watch time,
right.
and every once in a while I'll look over and see somebody that I haven't seen yet that came in, and I say hello to them in there also.
Yeah.
I used to come and sit there and was like riveted on everybody and
Mhm.
I typed to everybody and say hello to everybody and stuff like that when I first started growing. But then when I started getting larger, I'm not gonna ever stop coming to your channel because I'm subscribed to you. I'm a member of your channel,
Right. Yeah.
and but if you don't put me up on the wheel at times, it's my heart's not gonna be broken. I mean, that's why I said you don't have to put me up every time I come in.
Yeah.
You know. But
Yeah.
I do like this. I do like that stream boss. I do like to snatch that stream boss wherever I can.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I hope to evolve a couple of things. Like, I really don't want to change up the streams too much. So I don't expect to change them. Just add to it. Like you see those clips that I play or the little pieces with the guests that came in on that series and this and that. But I really don't expect to change the format. Stream boss is a bell or a whistle, however we want to put it. And, perhaps I could do something else with that. My hope is to eventually make videos, but I've been barking up that tree for about 5 years already. So we'll see if I ever get to it.
Yeah.
Even as it is now, I had no busier than anybody else, but I did have a couple of unexpected things come up. So I ended up with a busy weekend. I've barely been on YouTube. Literally, this is the first that I'm really sitting down. I've barely gotten into a few streams to say hello to people and this and that, but was lucky enough to be able to hop in tonight because I knew you were going to be on, and then we're on tomorrow.
Yeah, now, Arlene, if you could put a Tuber Chats link so people can, if they're not subscribed to them or not, they don't have them, they can go ahead and sub into them and catch them next time. Because like I said, it's gonna be on tomorrow. I'd appreciate that. And Gail, I saw your question or I saw your statement. You have a question. Email me your question so I'll have it and we'll see what we can do about it. And hello, Mark from Corner Club. Welcome in. And if anybody else I missed, I'm sorry. Go ahead and say hello again, and I'll catch you. I just say hi to Ralph.
There are two compliments, Kevin, to you, where Gail from Broken Heart Ministry said Tuber Chat helped this channel get monetized. Two big hearts. And then Mona's Senior Moments, who's also Mona did what?
Yeah.
She said Tuber Chat helped my other channel. I had no idea what to do until I found this.
Yeah.
So very much appreciated.
Mona and Gail both do great. We all know that. And they've actually both been with me for years as well, which I appreciate. I certainly don't expect any amount of time from anyone. Everybody gets busy. It's harder and harder to hang out with each other. I know Jerry and Susan try to be there. I'm hoping, I didn't know what to expect for today. I thought you were going to have a panel of people. I just hopped on.
No, I was just going to bring you up. And I wasn't sure how long you would come up. We still do our giveaway. What you do here in a little bit, and I'm going to have to post that thing back up so people can see the word. Let me go over here and add this back up. And it's going to, unfortunately, you're still clear. I didn't want to cover you up. So there's the word, guys. If you don't see your name in there, be sure you get the word in right so you can get in for the giveaway. And be sure you enter Kevin so you can get a chance to be in there.
Yeah. Well, thank you everybody also for the pleasant things. I see a lot of the nice things people say in the chat. I know people talk about like our channels, both Butler Family Farm, most of us here in the chat that I recognize, and Tuber Chat and myself. And I always appreciate that kind of thing. Most of us are grateful for the friendships that come out of YouTube, and Jerry and I have talked outside, right? I
Right.
talk about this often. I've got a few, more than a few people I've had conversations with. I find I'm doing phone calls on Instagram and Facebook and things like that, Telegram and WhatsApp more than even the phone these days. But a lot of us are doing it, and I'm grateful for that because we can talk about even more things and then learn from each other as well, right? I'm curious to know about your Evie Mux, if you manually hit that intro and the song at the end, or if they automatically play.
No, you have to click on them and I haven't linked them all together. I've got a whole bunch of different videos in there, so I have to on my intro. I actually click on each one of them to play them, and so sometimes I click it too late. And it doesn't catch up, and there's a little blank spot there. But you can, if you link them together, you can put anything on. You can put a video on there and play the whole video on Evie Bucks if you wanted to.
Right.
It has and Eddie from Devil Dog is really, really good with Evie Mux, and so is Ralph.
Oh.
They are both experts on it. I've gotten better at it, but there's every once in a while I get hung up on something. I call Eddie and say, "Hey, I'm trying to do this, and he helped me walk me through it. So, but we all love EV Mux because of the different items you can do. You can, matter of fact, Devil Dog just came into the basement.
Right.
If you want to come on, come on up. You can
He
you
said
can come
he
on
could
yourself, or you can do it yourself. He's in the basement, so he'll come
Sorry.
up. You gotta
I
make
messed
the
that up.
screen. There you go.
Yeah, I should have went studio.
He was on
Hey.
That's all right.
Kevin,
Yeah.
you can, or you set it up like whenever I go live, you select a scene and my intro automatically plays as soon as I press go live.
Right.
So
Okay.
you
I
don't
wondered
have-
about that.
Now it's like OBS. You can set up different scenes instead of just having it in media to where you can click on it.
Yeah.
Like Jerry does. You can set it up in scenes and hit the scene and it'll play it. And then there's a little thing you can go in and set it up to once it finishes, it'll kick you back to a dynamic scene or whatever else.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah. I wondered, I was in the background of StreamYard doing something else yesterday. And like I said, all these platforms are just going to copy every feature from each other eventually. But I noticed in StreamYard, they have that now as well, where you can also play the extra automatically. So I guess you hit the "we're done" button and it'll play for its 3 minutes, which is cool. I use Streamlabs Desktop, which is very similar to OBS. It was built on OBS, but then I use the Stream Deck
Yes.
and have a button for all the different things there.
That's all I wanted to say. Thank you.
But thank you for that.
Thanks, that's all you want to say. Sure. And
This is
thanks
what
for-
I'm talking about us learning from each other. You know, I certainly don't wish to ever make it sound like I think I know everything. I'm sure it comes across that way at times. But I love learning new things. I want to improve like everybody does. You know I have over the years, but I'm happy to continue. And I've been corrected many times also, where I've wondered about things or said something that is not clear. And I'm grateful for that also, because we all want to give each other the best information so that we
Right.
can actually grow our channels, right? We don't want to be stuck forever.
Now, Ralph at Webb's Web has on his channel, you can go on there and click on it. And it has all the lives that are, lined up. He's got them all on there, so you can go and look at who's going live, what days. All 7 days are on there for you, so you can check it all out. It's actually a whole month calendar. Plus, he also has calendars of meetups in the different areas. So
Yep.
anybody who's got a meetup can send him to him, and he puts the information in there. So if there's a meetup in your area, you can tell if you want to go to it or not.
Mhm.
So Ralph does that. Ralph is really very smart individual person,
Mhm.
and he does a lot. He does a lot of this. He's the one that found EV Mux and sort of introduced Eddie to it and myself to it. He also checked out DaVinci and convinced me and Eddie, and we both got DaVinci, and the paid program, because DaVinci is, when it comes to editing, as far as I'm concerned, it's the best editing program there is out there, because there's all the things you can do. It's actually more powerful than what a YouTuber would really want. I mean, you can do more things with it than there's no way. I know I haven't even scratched the surface of things you can do with it.
Between Resolve, I use Final Cut Pro, and Premiere is the other big one. They're all used in Hollywood. They're all used for film and everything else. I think about switching to DaVinci all the time. And then I just back off because, when you're so proficient with something, like lightning fast, I've been using Final Cut Pro for 8 years now, or close to it, right? That the buttons are not in the same places, and the
Right.
names are a little bit different, and the colors, and it just matters for speed. I make enough typing mistakes and everything all day as it is, so I end up backing off. But one of these days, maybe even over the holidays, I will take the time to sit there and get DaVinci going. They're also
Let me ask you a question. Do you pay a subscription with what you have?
don't make me lie to you, Jerry, because I don't want to admit that I'm using a cracked version of Final Cut Pro.
Well, the reason I ask that is
Say
because
that out loud.
the reason I ask that is because I was using Filmora, and
Okay,
I like Filmora, but
Yeah.
I was paying a $21 monthly service charge.
Right.
And Ralph told me, if you buy DaVinci, it's only $295, and that's a one-time fee, and
Yeah.
you have no subscriptions. and you automatically get all the updates. You get
That's right.
all the improvements automatically. There's no extra charges. So
Right.
I sat down one day and put pencil to paper and started adding up and going, I pay $21 a month for 29 months. That's 600 and some odd dollars. And plus I paid the $80 charge to have the program. Going like, if I keep doing this for another 10 years, I'll be paying out X amount of dollars. Going, but this is stupid. You
Yeah.
know, I'm throwing money away. So I told Susan, as soon as I get the money, I'm going to buy this,
Right.
and I'm going to switch over to DaVinci because it's a one-time fee, and I get all the updates. It's not, if I had to pay for the updates, I would have thought twice about it. But I've
Yeah.
had it for 6 months now, and it's had 6 different updates.
That's the same as Final Cut. It's about the same price. I'm in Canada, so things look a little different to us. So it's
Right.
like 400 Canadian, but it works out to about 300 American. I also understand that a lot of the Blackmagic Design products, because that company does everything. They do everything from the cameras to the switchers to things I don't even understand yet about television and everything else, and the software. So they give like the biggest studios in the world like the ability to stay all within one ecosystem, let's say. But if you buy a Blackmagic Design camera, as far as I have seen, window shopping, of course, that it comes with the pro version of DaVinci Resolve, right? The
No.
Resolve Studio. Yeah. So that's a thought. I mean, you got to buy a $1,500 camera or whatever it
Yeah.
is to get that going. And then, yeah, the A10 Pro, Tim Mitchell. I may not have known that you had that, but I'm looking at those. I aspire possibly to one day open a studio where I'll provide the service for people. They can come and film there, and I'll do a 3-camera system or 4-camera system. And what Blackmagic Design does with those ATEM switchers is they will allow you to record clean feeds of every camera. Plus, you can live switch if you want to, right? You can live stream, you can switch the cameras, you can cut the video while you're filming, but you get clean feeds of every camera, and it'll give you a DaVinci Resolve project file with all of the cameras lined up in the timeline, so that all you're doing is cutting. Like you can imagine, I take 2 hours usually to cut a 10-minute video, even if they're very simple. It's somewhere around there, but you could cut that time down to 20 minutes easily
Wow.
if everything was lined up, with time code. I'm sure we all struggle with one video I've got right now was a StreamYard. Like what we're doing here, I had Be Amazing Sylvia on for that series. She's past her 10,000. And the audio was just terrible because of our internet connection, but you can't just pick it up and move it. It's all over the place. So I'm like editing and cutting, and I'm using that as an excuse to take months to get the thing edited. But you know what I mean. And
Right.
those things can all be taken care of with DaVinci much easier, as far as I understand. Like I said, I haven't used it. So
Well, hello, Pierre. Okay, welcome in.
Well, the selling point for Jerry, or the convincing point to me, was when I get past the house, going out towards the fields and the animals and whatever, the wind is very strong and you can hear it. You don't hear it so much when I'm around the house because of the blockage and whatever. And as a sample, Ralph took that video and showed Jerry how to take that wind out.
oh
Yeah,
yeah,
he showed me you could cut all the wind out, or you could cut a partial wind out, and and then you enhance the voice part.
right.
And it was, and it, I mean,
It was
to me
awesome.
that was awesome because we have lots. I got videos out there we're out there from the beginning because we're quickly approaching 1,800 videos, and
The wind.
the wind is so bad you can barely hear us talking. And I thought, man, I wish I would have had that back then because I could tell from the beginning of my first videos and my videos now how much better they are because I could just by making the winds less.
Yeah. So thank you for that, Webb's Web. And I notice, if I'm understanding it right, Cooking with Stephen and Jacqueline. So yeah, they say good audio is key to your channel. Sean Cannell, Tim Schmoyer, and all that whole group that I keep talking about, each one of them will say audio is 50% of video. I even went through that today. I'm watching that guy, Daniel. Like I said, I can't remember his last name right now. Anybody who follows that stuff, like the business and self-improvement stuff, has probably seen him. But some of the videos, you can tell that it's different editors because the audio, you listen to one and then the next one starts and all the highs are gone, or there's too much bass. One of the mistakes that a lot of people do when they start out, and I came from audio. Like I said, I worked in radio. My job was making radio commercials. So, one of the mistakes that beginners often will make when working with audio is they feel they've got to enhance it too much. And for guys, they seem to want to put so much bass on their voice. What people want to hear is the full range, but they don't just want bass in the voice. They want it to sound real. So if I could give a tip to everyone, that's an idea. When you're thinking about fixing your audio and cleaning it up, you don't want to clean it up too much. You just want to sound like what you sound like.
Mhm.
A little bit of enhancement is more than enough, you know.
Yeah. So you
It's
do
ironic too. Back in the day when I was producing radio shows, I was actually using video software to do it. I was using Sony SoundForge for linear, like one thing at a time for audio, and then Sony Vegas for lining up all the different timeline because it is much easier to do that in video software where there's no guides to lock everything. Whereas in audio, because music has a beat most often, it wants to lock everything all the time, and it's really hard to sync compared to video software.
Okay, we're gonna let's see what I gotta transition this over. Okay, we're
You
gonna
have to show what we're giving away.
yeah, I know we're gonna show what we're gonna give away here real quick. And let me I got it over here. This is what we're giving away tonight is 3 gnomes. And as soon as it's not really Christmas gnomes, they're winter gnomes. And so that's what we're going to give away tonight. And I'm going to take that off now. Yes.
I don't think there's a way, Gary. I think what you're asking for is impossible.
What's Gary asking?
You guys see his comment in the chat.
Yeah, I'm missing it.
Is it possible to take any of the sexy out of Belt Loop 29's
Oh
voice?
yeah.
I don't think it can be done.
Yeah, you can. You know what you do? You just turn it off. All right. So if you haven't got the word in, guys, get the word in for the elves, and we're going to do a giveaway here real quick. And that's what you're going to get is you get 3 elves, 3 shelf-sitting elves.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to do this here. I'm going to give it, like, I don't know, 5 seconds, 15 seconds, something like that.
Whatever.
And, we're going to, hopefully everybody got it in. I have it set for, I think, 19 seconds is what I got the spin for. So we're going to spin this here. And let's see.
Derek Fowler came in.
Hey, we're coming in, Derek. Oh, you got here just in time. Did you get the word in? Is Tim Mitchell here too? No, that's Tim Mitchell. That's the other Tim. I was thinking of Mitchell. So, yeah, mute Gary. That's what I say. I'm with you on that one. That takes out the sexy. So, anyways, we're going to spin it now. 3, 2, 1.
Did you say you knew who the Gary?
Yes, that's Robbie.
I put the name
Robbie.
pardon me. I put the name of that influencer in the chat, by the way. Daniel Priestley is who I was
Yeah,
talking
I've seen him a couple times. He used to talk about Filmora all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Ace Howdy came in.
Beverly Market. Yeah.
Beverly, you're on a win
Hey,
streak.
Beverly, you're on a win streak. You should go buy a lottery ticket. So,
yeah, Beverly Moffitt's been with us all for
Wednesday.
years too. Yeah.
yep. So soon we'll get it out Wednesday.
And then next week's word is Santa. Santa. Hashtag Santa.
That text in.
Yeah, you
Oh.
did.
Okay, my chat haven't refreshed. There we go. Okay.
Yes. Congratulations, Beverly.
Yeah, congratulations, Beverly. We'll get that out to you soon. We'll get it in the mail Wednesday. And I know Des is here. Your pin will be in the mail to you, Des, on Wednesday. And Tim, I got to call you and see which pin you want to make, or which one you want. Then I'm going to add it to your box of other stuff, and hopefully I have a doctor's appointment tomorrow, so after my doctor's appointment, hopefully they can fix whatever's going on with my heart, and I can get back to doing things I want to do.
Mm-hmm.
So, um,
Just says Jerry Nitty, did you see your selves in my post on my page?
I didn't see it.
Not yet.
So, do you have anything else you want to talk to
I
Kevin
pretty
about?
much no, not unless
Yeah,
he
we-
knows anything about Tom Bolsini.
Oh. All right, Kevin. So thank you very much for coming in, everybody. If you haven't checked out Kevin's live, where he talks about channels, go in there, and maybe you can join his channel, and you can end up getting some free advertisements, basically. So, it'll help your channel grow if you want to grow your channel. If you don't want your channel to grow, then that's up to you. It's whatever you want to do with your channel. But I'm gonna let you drop off, Kevin. And
Thank you,
I'm actually remove you because Susan's got one more thing she wants to talk about. Our hour is basically up, so she's got something she wants to talk about, and then we'll be closing from there. So thank you very much for coming in, Kevin. This I will not delete this. This will be on the channel.
I've joked with Jerry many times about that. Yeah.
I don't know how I did that. I don't know how I end up doing that. Did you get your Zelle figured out? Yes, I did. Penny, my Zelle is figured out, and it's on our posted page, which I wish they would change it back communicate page. I liked it when it was community page, not posted page.
Yeah.
So, but anyways, that's where it's at. All right. So thank you,
everyone.
Kevin. I will talk to you later. Appreciate
Yeah.
it.
Thank you both.
Kevin,
Thanks,
very
everyone.
much. Happy holidays.
Okay. So, okay, that's what I want to do. All right. So, you have something else you want to talk about? You said.
No.
I think you did.
Well, that's
Tom June, yeah.
fantastic.
That's what you
That's
had.
a
You
point.
talked about. Said.
Well, I don't know if y'all did I share these with you before? I think so, but I wanted to tell you that I cut it off at this point. These are trombocini squash. It's very much like a butternut squash, and I cut it off here, and I cubed up all of this, and we're doing a lot of roasted squash this winter. And then the bulb part, I baked. I cleaned it out, cut it in half. Sorry, cleaned it out, baked it, and then I made this mixture of sausage and rice. Next time I'm putting in spinach,
Yeah.
seasoning, and put that inside the bulb, and that was a meal in itself. So my good friend Jan came to visit on Saturday, and she brought me three more of these suckers. And let
No,
me
she
tell
was
you,
Sunday. It was yesterday she was here.
Sunday she brought me three more of these suckers. So guess what? We're having squash again sooner than I thought because
And it's good. It really is good.
It was really
Matter of
good.
fact, Jan tried it. Tried the recipe that Susan told her about, and her and Kevin loved it. They said.
Yeah.
Now I don't know if they're just pulling our legs or if they really loved it, but I like it.
And that's
I'm
he's the picky eater.
welcome in, Bushcraft family. Thanks for showing up. Hey, Pete, welcome in.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if I saw you before. I missed it before. I apologize.
But anyway, these I was not successful in growing these, and this actually the seeds came from Jennifer Ocean Homestead, who was here, and we didn't get a chance to tell her hi. But Jan had a bumper crop, so
Yeah, she did.
So she shared, and I'm going to try and grow them again because it's a good summer dish as well as a good winter dish, as far as I'm concerned. So that's Susan's Corner tonight.
Susan's Corner, huh?
Yeah.
So,
So that's it.
I
The
guess-
word next week is Santa, creeping up close to Christmas. I hope everybody's getting done what they want to do for it. I've got it all up here in my head. I'm always late. I'm not late. I'm not late. I just wait to the end. I don't procrastinate. You have to work with what you got. But I'm not one of those ones that gets out with the decorations on the 1st of December. I wish I could,
No.
but I'm not. So we're actually
And
gonna
this year
go-
we didn't decorate at all. I mean,
We really haven't.
we haven't got a tree yet.
No, we're gonna go out Sunday because we're gonna decorate Sunday after I get home from work.
We have a tree we picked out already. It's out there. It's a cedar tree.
A little cedar
The small
tree.
cedar tree. We're going to cut it and bring it in the house for our Christmas tree this year.
Yeah.
And we will have a little video of that because
Yeah.
it's going to be decorated with the ornaments that Jamie makes. And
We have a bunch of our own, and then we got Christmas ones from
Belt Loop
and Devil Dog.
and Devil
So
Dog,
we have
right?
theirs on that tree. So anyway.
So and we got our own.
We're just in a small house. We just can't. We
Yeah.
just don't have room for a big tree.
No, we don't. Not like
Not like we used to.
not even close.
So we go with the live trees. I still got last year and the year before still outside in a pot growing slowly. But we have this one little cedar tree that is in the way of some gates, so it really does.
Yeah,
need
it's
to
going to
be-
have to. It's going to have to be pulled out or pared down anyway. So we might as well cut it down and put it to use.
Yeah.
So then next week, I don't know if we only have 2 more lives left this year, and one of those 2 lives, we're going to do a panel. I mean, we're going to bring people up and you can say what you want, and as long as you keep it clean and stuff, and ask questions if you want, or just I don't know, put your 2 cents worth in or whatever if you want to. But I've decided if it's going to be next week or the following week. But one of the weeks we're going to do is we're going to do a year review and go back to our first video we put out the first of the year, and see how many of those things we have actually accomplished through the year. Our goal for the year, and then we'll start off the new year with another what we want to try to get done.
We'll just probably be pushing over what didn't get done this year into next year. That's how you do it.
Yeah. So, anyways,
So
thank you all for coming. I appreciate it. Time went by like super fast.
Please be positive. Positive thoughts for Jerry at his doctor's appointment tomorrow.
Yes.
Because next Saturday is going to be the warmest day in December, and I want to pull 10 calves out of the herd and sell them.
And Kathy and Brian are still in here. Brian and Kathy, we're going to be calling you. Going to ask you if you guys come up on that day. Also, it's the 20th, right? On the 20th, Saturday the 20th. Jan and Kevin are going to come here and help us work. Actually, not really work calves.
No, it's
We're
not
just going to
working.
separate.
Just going to separate.
So if you guys are, available to come up, we would appreciate it. I need, we just need the extra hands because I'm not going to be able to do as much as I normally do
and the older son.
unless I get fixed
You're
tomorrow.
not going to get fixed tomorrow.
I'm hoping.
And our older son is unlimited physical
Right.
activity as well. So it just leaves it to me and the kids.
Yeah. So, and that's that's not good.
No, it's not.
'Cause
No,
I'm
it's not.
always yelling at them to watch out because they forget to look at behind them or something. So.
Okay, so everybody's saying goodbye because they think we're done.
All right, and I'm gonna end this with our song, our B song. So, thank you all. All you have a good night.
Loose faucet.
And Moose Foss may show up. Oh my lord!
Oh my
I know
God.
Bubba's not going to be here. He's still up in the hills.
Too cold. Thank you all for joining us tonight. Hope you enjoyed. It's nice to have Kevin come on. He's just as sweet on our live with us as he is on his own. He just has a lot. He has a lot of knowledge up here. So it was really nice for him to be here. And thank you for being here with us as well.
Thank you very much.
See you next week.
There's a farmer named Jerry once swam with the sharks. From the west coast to Missouri's land, we built this life with our own 2 hands. Cattle, goats, and donkeys too. Horses and llamas, we're a farm that grew. Chickens clucking, dogs running free. This is the place we're meant to be. Let the stinging begin, we're the owners now. Through the ups and downs, we make it somehow. The good, the bad, the pretty, the pain. These are the golden days we claim. Butler Family Farm, it's where we win. Let the stinging begin. is on the list. Bowling lanes at night, wood crafts we twist. Jerry's on the forge, Susan's quilting art. Robert's gaming strong, each plays their part. With every day new stories unfold. Living life, it never gets old. Let the stinging begin, we're be owners now. Through the ups and downs, we make it somehow. The good, the bad, the pretty, the pain. These are the golden days we claim. Butler Family Farm, it's where we win. Let the stinging begin. Years and counting, still going strong. Meetups with friends, our journey's long. From San Diego shores to Missouri's hills, we found our home, it gives us thrills. Let the stinging begin, we're be owners now. Through the ups and downs, we make it somehow. The good, the bad, the pretty, the pain. These are the golden days we claim. Butler Family Farm, it's where we win. Let the stinging begin, we're be owners now. Through the ups and downs, we make it somehow. The good, the bad, the pretty, the pain. These are the golden days we claim. Butler Family Farm, it's where we win. Let the stinging begin.